See, I'm going home, gonna load my shotgun, wait by the door and light a cigarette. He wants to fight, well now he's got one, he ain't seen me crazy yet. Well, yeah, gotta do a daily vlog thing before I get into my videos. So today, everybody's gotta wake up and, it's Friday, so we got to sleep in a little bit later because we don't have to be at school too early. And, just give a quick recap. I work with severe to intense autistic children and stuff. I'm a teacher's assistant. And we go in and we, you got to go to work. You get ready, you go in and you think everything's going to be a good day, and stuff goes pretty smooth. And then, one of the kids, comes in and, apparently he's been up since like 3 in the morning, and he was going off so bad they couldn't put him on the bus. So the parent brings him in, and it was kind of like one of those, you take him, I'm going home. I'm going home. Screw you guys deal with it, kind of thing. So the kid's, going off, man, he's yelling, screaming, doing the thing, and so we're like, okay, it's gonna be a long day. And one of the kids, like from yesterday, decides he doesn't want to do anything because work is too strenuous for him. So he said, I'm not gonna do any. We're like, whatever. You don't want to do any work? That's cool. You don't want to listen to us? You don't want to do your thing? Okay, you can go down to the timeout room, bro. Anyway, we're dealing with that, and then we had Poo Poo McGee, who we had, from yesterday. He's in there, and he's excited, man. He's always happy. So that was fun. And then we had Ike, and Ike and Tina Turner, man. If you don't know it, go find the story. We call him Ike because it's breakfast time. We're getting ready to go down to breakfast, and as they're walking down the hallway, he decides, because one of the female staff is near him, he's going to attack her for a minute. So we got to take him back to the room, go through that whole stage again. Wait till he's calmed down, and before he can even have breakfast. So. Our day started off pretty good. We only had 2 kids going off out of like 7 or 8. Fun times. So then, and then the princess, we'll just call her the princess, she decides, I had a rough morning. I ain't gonna do no work. I don't want to do nothing. We're like, really? Really? So later on today, when you want to get on the computer and stuff, you're gonna have the same attitude. So think about what you're doing, or it ain't gonna happen. And then we had the flipper, who will grab a table and flip it, just because he wants to. If you're yelling at somebody he doesn't like people getting yelled at. He was cool. He was cool all day. Likes his coffee, drinks his coffee. Anyway, so we get done with breakfast, and you just had Ike attacking his Tina for the day. And we get back to the room, and everything is kind of cool. Well, not really. I mean, we had to take the one kid time out because he refused to follow directions or do anything and all this other stuff. Anyway, so we go and the kids get back from music, and which I missed. I couldn't go to music. I had to stay back with the other kids, and I think you guys know how much I love music if you follow these videos. Anyway, so I had to sit back. So my day was wonderful, and we had the kids come back. They sit down, and then around that 11:30 mark or so, I went to lunch, came back from lunch, and the kids going off, man, just, I want my lunch, I want my lunch. It's like, you gotta calm down, man. We can't let you just go out there when you're screaming and biting and banging tables and all this other stuff. Well, I want my lunch, and the high-pitched scream so loud, like it bursts your eardrum, and you just want to, you know what I'm saying? But you don't. And anyway, freaking out. Well, then he flips a table, right? And I mean, flips like an 80-pound table, just poof, and it falls. I think it landed on his foot. I don't know, because it wasn't really loud. He was mad because he got quiet for a second. He's like, I think I just flipped the table on myself. And then he got mad. So then he looks around the room and decides that I'm the one he wants to attack. So he comes to attack me, right? And the way we're trained, you deflect the blow, you step back, you know what I'm saying? And you're redirecting the whole time. And, as a last resort, you never want to lay hands on a kid, because a lot of legal stuff. He comes at me again, tries to attack me again. You know, I and get away. This kid's swinging at my head. Just straight out going for it. Well, we had to take him down to the happy room, right? We'll call him Swatter McGee or whatever, the SWAT team. And so we take the swatter down to the timeout room, right? And then from there, he proceeds to attack at me like 20 more times. Well, now we have actual pads that we hold up to deflect the blows and stuff like that, so the kids don't get hurt, we don't get hurt, and stuff like that. And you have a nice soft pad to keep him away from you. And one of the other teachers was standing there like, "What do you do with him?" I was like, "What do you mean? This is it. This is what happens." But he decided that wasn't enough, so he decided to take all his clothes off. And throwing clothes all over the place, clothes flying everywhere. Threw his belt at me, underwear flying. You don't want to get hit with that. That's gross. And then, like half hour later, not even a half hour later, he decides he's going to pee all over the floor too. And you're like, that's not right. And the other teacher's like, "Hey, you gonna put him in another room?" And I'm like, "Why? So he could pee on the floor in there too?" We kind of got to keep it contained. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "Yeah, whatever." And then the teacher starts to throw up a little bit because she can't take the smell of urine. I really can't smell anything because my nose been broke a couple times. Thank God for today, And then he falls on the floor and starts rolling around in it. And I'm like, "Can somebody get me a mop bucket or something so I can try to mop it up so then we can wipe the kid down?" And then he decides he's going to get up and attack me again. Thank God I had that pad in front of me, because he's beating on the pad with pee-soaked hands and trying to attack me. And we were able to keep him away, and we had to get the shield up, so no kids could see this or anything happen, because you don't want to get in trouble for that. And and he's spitting and trying to attack. And this went on for another like 40 minutes, man. You couldn't, and then they were like, "Well, why didn't you put him?" They were like, "Well, there's no way he could pee anymore." And then he peed again. It was like almost on command. As soon as he heard pee, he peed again. And you're just like, "See what I'm saying, man? You understand, Eduardo, don't you?" Yeah. Anyway, he totally lost his mind. He was like psychotic. There was no calming him down. No techniques worked. First this, then that, all that other stuff, man. Forget about it. Hands-off intervention, all that stuff. Not getting involved doesn't work. Anyway, all that stuff happened. And you see the kid escalate. He's like, "Well, this didn't get their attention. I'm going to do this. This didn't get their attention. I'm going to do this. This didn't get their attention. I'm pee all over the place, rolled in it like pig in a hog trough." And you're just like, this can't be real, right? And then you look, and it's been 50 minutes. 50 minutes you've been dealing with a kid trying to attack you, and with pee all over himself, and I get pee on me, I go home. I don't play that game. Anyway, we finally get done. Parent comes and has to take their kid away. And parents mad, obviously. And we're like, "You probably shouldn't have brought him in the first place. You knew your kid was going off the chain, already. It's Friday. Anyway, keep him home. There's no sense, there's nothing productive was made out of that. It took staff out of the room that could have been working with other kids. But you can see why the parent wanted to send them there, because they didn't want to deal with them all day, man. It's totally understandable. So we get back to the room, and obviously, you gotta wash up and stuff. And then I asked, you always bring up the question, why don't we have any like showers in this place, for kids, because kids smear poo and everything else is gross, and you got to deal with it. So the day from there on, was kind of pretty uneventful. But then again, some dinosaurs could have walked down the hallway, and that'd have been uneventful compared to what I just went through. I could watch Pacquiao and Mayweather get it on, be fighting in the corner, and whatever, dude. I just dealt with more than what you guys are gonna do anyway. So we got done with all that, and everything squared away, and all the other kids were pretty much okay for the rest of the day. And now I'm making this video, so I made it home alive, and yeah. And then tonight I'm gonna go to an arena football game. The Dayton Silverbacks. Don't make any comments about how I could be the mascot. You know what I'm saying? Don't be making them. The wife already says it all the time. He goes, "You make a nice silverback gorilla." And I'm like, whatever. Your arms are so long, and you're only like 5'10". Shut. But your arms almost hit the ground. I don't need that. Anyway, so yeah, that's how the days went so far, and thought I'd share that with you guys. So yeah, enjoy that, whatever. And when you think your job's horrible, yeah, look at this video again and go, hey, my job ain't so bad. All right. Anyway, it's a Big Ragu, Guardo, whatever, man. All right, Mao.